No one paid attention to the human child. That was the first mistake. The second mistake was assuming dragons could not be fooled. The third mistake was believing humans were weak. The spaceport of Karsic Prime never slept. Ships arrived. Ships departed. Cargo drones hummed like insects. Soldiers marched in perfect lines, and among them all walked a little human girl. Her name was Leela. She was 7 years old, small, thin, brown. Jacket too big for her shoulders. Boots repaired with tape and wire. She held a paper cup in her hands. People assumed she was begging. Some assumed she was lost. Most assumed she was nothing. Humans were new to the Galactic Consul. Admitted only 10 cycles ago. Classified as low threat. Low strength. Low intelligence. Leela heard everything. Humans had soft ears. That was the official belief. The truth was different. Humans learned to listen. Leela sat near the cargo gate, near Bay 17. A heavy warship rested there. Black hull. Consul markings burned into the metal. She heard boots stop near her. Heavy boots. Armored boots. Consul soldiers. They did not lower their voices. They never did around humans. Target arrives in 20 minutes, one said. Dragon warrior. Confirmed identity, said another. Consul wants him alive, said the first. Leela looked at her cup. She did not look at them. Ship interior is sealed, the second continued. Gravity locks. Null fire field. Good, the first replied. Once he enters. Doors close. Suppression gas fills the bay. Leela felt cold inside. Dragons are strong, the second said. But they still breathe. They laughed. Leela's fingers tightened around the cup. Consul wants a public trial, the first added. Make an example. Leela knew that word. Example. It meant pain. She had heard it before. The soldiers walked away. They never noticed her. Eyes golden flecks shimmered there. A human trait the consul had never studied. Leela stood up. She did not run. She walked toward Bay 17. The dragon warrior was already there. He stood taller than any being in the port. Red, scaled, scarred, armor etched with old symbols. His name was Tharic Flamebound. He was a hero among border worlds, a protector of refugee fleets, a breaker of pirate armadas. The consul called him a criminal. Tharic watched the warship. His tail twitched. Something felt wrong. That was when the human child spoke. Do not go inside. Her voice was small, clear, fearless. Tharok looked down. She barely reached his knee. Little one, he said. This is not a place for you. They are lying, Leela said. Tharic frowned. His nostrils flared. Who is lying? He asked. The soldiers, she replied. They want to trap you. Tharic straightened. Nearby guards stiffened. Child, he said quietly. You should leave. They will seal the doors, Leela said. Gas will fill the ship. You will fall. Tharic froze. How do you know this? He asked. I heard them, Leela said. Tharok glanced at the guards. Consul soldiers watched from a distance. Hands near weapons. You could be wrong, Tharic said. Leela shook her head. They laughed, she said. They always laugh when they hurt someone. That sentence hit Tharic harder than any blade. He knelt, his massive head lowered close to hers. Why warn me? He asked. You gain nothing, Leela swallowed. My brother was taken, she said. They said trial. He never came back. Tharic's claws dug into the floor. The port lights flickered. A low rumble echoed from his chest. Thank you, he said. He stood and turned. Away from the ship, consul alarms screamed instantly. Weapons powered up. Energy fields snapped into place. A command voice boomed. Dragon, Tharic. Enter the vessel immediately. Tharic did not turn. He stepped between the soldiers and the child. She warned me, he said. The voice replied, human testimony is irrelevant. Tharic laughed. Dragons rarely laughed, then listened to mine, he said. He raised his head. Flames ignited along his scales, not outward, inward, controlled, focused. The temperature dropped. A dragon preparing war did not burn hot. It burned precise. Soldiers panicked. Weapons fired. They did nothing. Dragon. Scale was older than empires. THAROK exhaled once. The ship hull warped. Gravity locks shattered. Suppression systems melted. Bay 17 became silent. Consul commanders screamed. Orders. THAROK turned and walked. Not toward the ship, toward the command tower. Leela followed him. No one stopped. Her no one could. Inside the tower, chaos ruled. Screens showed alerts across the system. Broadcast feeds activated automatically. The consul loved public trials. Now they had a public mistake. Tharic faced the central camera. I was invited here for justice, he said. I was offered murder. He stepped aside. Here stands a human child, he continued. She heard what you said when you thought no one mattered. Leela stood straight. Her hands shook. Her voice did not. You said you would trap him, she said. You said he would not leave. The chamber fell silent. Millions watched across the stars. Human worlds. Dragon worlds. Neutral worlds. The consul speaker appeared. Child, the consul said smoothly. You misunderstand. Leela looked at the screen. My brother misunderstood too, she said. That was when humans across the galaxy leaned closer. Tharic spoke again. Humans, listen, he said. They remember. The consul ended the broadcast. Too late. Humans had already clipped it, shared it, translated it. Protests ignited within hours. Dragon fleets mobilized. Neutral species demanded inquiry. The consul lost 3 sectors in one cycle. Tharic escorted Leela home, a human refugee quarter on the edge of the station. Before leaving, he knelt again. You saved my life, he said. Name your reward, Leela thought. I want my brother back, she said. Tharok closed his eyes. I will search, he said. He kept that promise. Months later, a human transport arrived. Prisoners released. Records exposed. The consul called it an error. Humans called it proof. Leela's brother came home, and the galaxy learned something new. Humans were small. Humans were quiet. But humans listened, and when they spoke, even dragons stopped to hear them. Asterisk.